Hello and good morning to the National Dairy Council and Agri Aware live stream event here on Walsh's farm in Oranmore in County Galway. We're delighted to have you as part of a celebration of Lá Fhéile Bainne, which is part of World School Milk Day.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mark O'Halloran, and I'm delighted to welcome you all here to Henry Walsh and Enda Walsh's farm. We're about to bring you on a dairy educational tour, so stand by for loads of speakers over the next half an hour.
Yes, and my name is Mark Keller from the National Dairy Council. So myself and my team and Marcus's team at Agri Aware teamed up to create this special event for everybody. We're going to take you on the milk production journey to learn all about the production system from grass to glass. And like the Irish rugby team, Irish dairy farmers are the best in the world at producing sustainable, nutritious milk. The milk we enjoy in our cereals, on our tea, the butter we spread on our toast, the cheese and yogurts we have in our lunchboxes. You'll have an opportunity to meet some experts who will talk to you about growing grass, milking cows, and of course the benefits and the importance of having dairy as part of your nutritious diet.
We're then going to have a question and answer session with our panel, our experts from Agri Aware and the NDC. So please, if you have any questions around the dairy farming in general, please get them to your teachers now and we'll answer them in due course.
That's it. Thanks, Marcus. So that's it from the introduction. Huge thanks again to Henry and Enda Walsh for opening up their farm here in Oranmore. And of course, especially a huge thanks to all the pupils and students, teachers who've joined us from all around the country today. Enjoy. Thank you.
We're now going to go to our first speaker, Agri Aware's own Education Officer, Robert Caroon.
Hello, my name is Robert Caroon and I am an Education Officer at Agri Aware. We're here on farm today to discuss the importance of grass to Irish agriculture and more importantly the dairy sector. We're very lucky here in Ireland that we have a temperate climate. This means that it doesn't get too hot and it doesn't get too cold. We also get plenty of rain, which is vital for growing grass. Grass requires soil temperatures above 8 degrees to grow. We normally see these soil temperatures in the month of April and subsequently temperature begins to drop from October onwards. This means for the vast majority of the year we can grow some really high quality grass. Because grass relies on the Irish weather so much to grow, it means it's a very cost effective feed product for our farmers to grow for their livestock, further encouraging them to feed it to their cows and subsequently producing really high quality dairy products. Our Irish dairy products are renowned worldwide for their high quality and consistency, and that is a result of the grass that we grow and the work that farmers do to grow it. Growing grass is a skill that farmers learn over many years. Due to the fact that every farm in Ireland is so different, farmers must fully understand their farm before they can make best use of it to grow grass efficiently. At certain times of the year, grass requires an extra bit of care and attention. This is due to poor weather or harsh soil conditions. Farmers give this extra care and attention by applying nutrients to the soil. They do so in the form of spreading slurry and farmyard manure. In recent years, farmers have looked at many different methods in applying these nutrients in a more sustainable and environmentally friendly way. Farmers have also looked at ways in which they can get these nutrients into the soil in a more natural manner. Due to the unique ability of clover to take nitrogen from the air and bring it back into the soil, it allows grass to utilise that nitrogen and further reduces the need to spread those nutrients on the soil. Over a period of 7 to 10 years, the quality and quantity of grass in the field greatly reduces. For farmers to maintain a high quality feed for their cows, they must maintain the quality of grass in the field for them to graze. Every 7 to 10 years, farmers replace old grasses with new grasses through means of reseeding. This is also an opportunity to incorporate other species such as clover, which greatly increases the quality of the feed for their cows. For farmers to make best use of the high quality grass that they've just produced, they must implement different management methods. The most important management method on farm is to measure the grass. There are many different ways to measure grass. In recent years, the most popular has been to use a plate meter. Using a plate meter or any other technique allows farmers to know which paddocks are growing the most grass and which require an extra bit of care and attention. These are vital tools to making best use of the grass on the farm. Another more traditional method of measuring grass is to cut and weigh. This involves taking a metal square, which is accurately measured out, throwing it out into the field and cutting the grass inside in that metal square, and then weighing it. So if I cut the grass here in the metal square and take that grass, place it inside in a bag and measure it. With that measurement and the dry matter of the grass, which is an indicator as to how wet the grass is, we can take those and put them into an equation which allows us to know how much grass is in the field. The main reason we measure grass on farm is to know that we have enough grass for cows. Every day cows go into a fresh paddock of grass and they'll roughly eat this amount of grass every day. The duration of time from when a cow enters field 1 on the farm and comes back around to field 1 again is roughly 21 days. That 21 days allows the grass plant to reach the 3-leaf stage. 3-leaf stage is the most desired stage for cows to eat grass, and that is a key indicator for farmers to know that they have enough grass for their cows. What makes us unique here in Ireland is our ability to grow high quality feed for our cows and in turn produce high quality product for our consumers.
Hi, my name is Enda Walsh. I'm a dairy farmer here in Oranmore, County Galway. I'm farming alongside my father Henry and my mother Patricia.
And I am Magella McCafferty and I work for the National Dairy Council. And today we're here to show you the process of how grass turns to milk. So Enda, the cows that are grazing here behind you, what breeds are they?
So there's loads of different breeds across the world, but on this farm we've 2 main breeds. We've a Holstein Friesian and a Jersey cow. So as you can see behind us here, the red one on our right hand side is a beautiful cow and she's a Jersey. And as we can see here, the rest of them are a black and white breed, which is a Holstein Friesian.
So the process of actually turning the grass into milk, we're going to go through that now. Adult cows have around 34 teeth and take between 25,000 to 40,000 bites while grazing in one day out in the field. The cow grasps a clump of grass with her tongue and half chews it with her teeth. Cows are called ruminants because they have 4 different compartments in their stomach. Unlike us humans, we only have one. The grass is moved from the mouth by a cylinder food pipe called the esophagus and enters into the first compartment called the rumen. Water and other digestive liquids are added here to start the breakdown of grass. The grass is then moved to the next compartment called the reticulum. Here, small waves of grass are formed called cuds. Usually, when the cow is resting, they bring the content back up into their mouths and re-chew it. This is called chewing the cud. Cows chew the cud between 40 to 60 times every minute. Next, the contents are pushed down to the third chamber called the omasum. The grass is squeezed and pressed here and any excess water is removed. The final compartment the grass reaches is called the abomasum. The grass arrives here and moves down through the compartment. The essential nutrients for body function and growth are absorbed into the bloodstream and other nutrients are directed to the cow's udder. Here there is 4 mammary glands and this is where the cow turns the grass into milk. And what do they do on your farm all day?
So as you can see, the cows are grazing here behind us at the moment. They'll spend 8 hours a day grazing, which is going around the field eating the grass. They'll spend 8 hours a day ruminating and chewing the cud, and then they'll spend another 8 hours a day either sleeping or playing with their friends.
And the cows look very happy grazing here. How much do they produce?
So on average they'll produce 5,000 litres of milk a year, and that's roughly 20 litres a day.
And do the cows drink many litres of water every day?
So they'll roughly drink between 40 and 60 litres of water a day. On a day like this, they might only drink maybe 20 litres, but on a nice, hot, warm summer's day, they could drink above 60 litres.
How many times then do the cows get milked every day?
So the cows get milked twice a day. They get milked at 6 a.m. in the morning and 3 p.m. in the evening.
And the cows are here behind us. What are they wearing around their neck?
So I actually have one here on the ground. And this is what we call a collar. So every cow has one of these around her neck, and what this is it's essentially a Fitbit for the cows. So this monitors the cow's steps, it'll monitor her activity throughout the day, and most importantly, as we've spoken about, it monitors the cow's rumination. So I have a profile on my phone of every cow, and this tells me that every cow is happy and healthy and happily grazing out in the field.
So Enda, can you show me how a cow is milked?
Absolutely. Let's go take a look at the milking parlour. So Magella, here we are in the milking parlour. This is what we call a 50-point rotary, and what it does is it milks 50 cows at the one time.
Enda, why are we wearing gloves?
So we're wearing gloves, Magella, because hygiene is extremely important when we're milking cows. We wear gloves for two reasons. The first one is to protect ourselves from any harmful bacteria, and it's easy to clean any dirt off a glove. The second one is to protect the cow. So as we're milking a cow, it stops us from transferring bacteria from one cow's udder to another.
So Enda, can you show me how do you attach the cluster to the cow?
So this is what we call a cluster, Magella. And as we can see here, there's 4 points to this cluster. And the cow has 4 teats. So each cluster will attach to the cow's teat, and it'll gently massage the milk out of the cow. The cow takes approximately 8 minutes for all the milk to be released.
So is there any preparation that has to be done before the cluster is attached to the cow?
So the preparation process, Magella, is actually a very important part of the milking. You can see here behind me, we have a water hose. And what we do here is we'll wash the cow's teats and wash the cow's udder and get it as clean as possible. The next process we'll do is, I have some tissue here beside me, and what we'll do is we'll dry every bit of moisture that's on the cow's teat. Once I have the cow completely dry, she's now ready for milking.
And do the cows like this, Enda?
The cows love being milked. They come in and they get a little treat when they come into the parlour, and they get a small bit of meal. So it's like us getting a little bit of dessert after dinner.
So Enda, what do we do next?
So after the cow is finished milking, what we have here is called teat spray, and we spray this on the cow's teats and on the cow's udder. And what this acts as a barrier of protection on the cow's teats, and it also acts as a moisturiser.
That's brilliant, Enda. Can we go and get a cow and actually see her being milked?
Yeah, let's go get one now and we'll bring her in. So Magella, we now have a cow, and I'll take you step by step the milking process. So now the first step is to wash her. So I'll go get the hose.
She's very quiet, Enda. She's enjoying her treats.
Absolutely. So now we'll see here, we have a bit of water. All I'm going to do is gently massage the cow's teats like this. Make sure they're as clean as possible. And as we can see, she's a big full bag of milk, and she's 4 very pronounced teats. So the next phase is to now dry the cow. So we have our blue tissue here. And as we can see, the water is dripping down here. So what we want to do is we want to get that as clean as possible before we attach the cluster. So we just gently massage the teat, and equally we're still cleaning the cow with this process as the teat is wet.
She likes getting her bath, Enda.
Yeah, she does. She's a nice quiet cow now. She's one of my favourite ones.
What's her name, Enda?
This is Ruby. So now we have the cow dry, and as we can see here, I'm just going to start the cluster and it'll begin the milking process of the cow. Section this one. So that's the cow starting to milk here. Now you can see the milk starting to flow down here. And just notice how relaxed she is and how much she's enjoying the whole process. So this process will roughly take about 8 minutes. So you can see here now she's a big bag of milk at the moment, and hopefully in 8 minutes time all the milk will be gone.
Enda, she looks so clean and tidy and so content eating her meal.
So she's so clean because she spends all day out in the field. She's all day at grass, out there grazing, sleeping and playing with her friends, as we spoke about earlier. The cow will roughly be in the shed for about an hour each day during the milking process.
So Enda, what do you do now when you take the clusters off the cow?
So now that the cow is finished milking, we'll apply the teat spray that I spoke about earlier. You can see here now, I'll just gently apply it to each teat, getting good coverage throughout. And that has now acted as a barrier for the cow's teat, and it has moisturised the cow's teat.
So Enda, where is the milk gone? Or where is it now?
Well, Magella, let's go have a look. So Magella, this is the bulk tank. And what happens here is this is basically a 22,000 litre tank that holds all the milk. So the milk is collected from the cow after she's finished milking, and it's fed through a pipe into this tank. And what this is, it's basically a gigantic fridge that cools the milk down to 3 degrees and waits for the truck to collect it.
And how does it get out of this tank, Enda, and into the carton?
So every second day, the truck will reverse up to the door here, and it'll attach a pipe onto the bottom of the tank here. And what happens is the milk just goes from here through the pipe and into the truck, and then the truck will drive to the co-op and the processing plant.
That's fantastic, Enda. Thank you so much for giving me this dairy tour.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure to have you.
And now I'd just like to hand it over to Mary, who's going to cover nutrition.
Hi everyone. The food pyramid is our guide for how to eat a healthy, balanced diet. It's very important that we eat a variety of different foods to give us the nutrients we need to stay healthy. Here's the food pyramid. It divides foods into groups so that foods containing the same type of nutrients are grouped together on the same shelf. It also guides us on portion sizes and the number of servings we should aim for each day. At the bottom of the food pyramid is the largest shelf with the foods we should eat the most of. At the top is the smallest shelf with the foods we should eat only sometimes and in small amounts. This here is the dairy shelf with milk, yogurt and cheese. It's recommended that we have 3 servings a day from the milk, yogurt and cheese food group. But when you are between the ages of 9 and 18 years, your body needs 5 servings a day from this shelf. The reason for this is because dairy is a great source of calcium, which is important for growing bones and teeth. So what do we mean when we say a serving? Well, a serving is a glass of milk, a carton of yogurt, or 2 thumb-sized pieces of cheese. But it's not just calcium. The dairy food group is also a source of other important nutrients too. For example, in a glass of milk, you will find calcium, protein, iodine, phosphorus, potassium, vitamin B2 and vitamin B12. Calcium is the main building block for strong bones. It's really important to look after your bones when you are young to make sure you have healthy bones for life. Vitamin D is the other vital nutrient for bones. It's known as the sunshine vitamin as you get it when the sun shines on your skin. However, in Ireland, we don't get enough sunshine, so it's recommended to take a supplement every day. It's also found in foods like oily fish, egg, and fortified dairy products. The last piece of the puzzle around bone is exercise. You need weight-bearing exercise so that the weight of your body lands on your feet and legs. Maybe you like dancing, running, gymnastics, tennis or basketball. These are all great for your bones. Did you know that Irish dairy cows can graze on green grass for an average of 240 days every year? This is because we have a mild, wet climate. Having this grass-based system is more environmentally friendly than other dairy production methods. So what do you know about eating sustainably? Sustainable diets must be nutritious, culturally acceptable, affordable, and have limited impact on the environment. So try to follow the food pyramid for healthy choices. Use food with little or no packaging or recyclable packaging. Try not to waste food and reuse it if you can, and aim for locally produced foods. There are lots of delicious ways to have dairy foods throughout the day. They can be part of a main meal or a handy snack. Your school lunch is a great place to start. Let's have a look. For small break, I'm going to have a plain yogurt, some berries and water. If your school is in the EU school milk scheme, you can avail of a subsidised portion of school milk every day. If not, you can contact the National Dairy Council to register and you'll receive a free fridge to keep the milk nice, fresh and cool. For lunch, I'm going to have this wholemeal roll with chicken, tomato, lettuce and cheddar. For an after-school snack, I love a fruit smoothie made with milk and yogurt. What's your favourite food from the milk, yogurt and cheese group? If you want to know more about dairy and nutrition, have a look at moocrew.ie. Here you can register for the EU School Milk Scheme and avail of our infants, junior and senior level interactive lesson plans, classroom activities, worksheets, puzzles and lots more. Visit ndc.ie for nutrition information, including booklets on eating sustainably and healthy eating for children. Thanks for listening.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our live studio here in Oranmore, County Galway. My name is Amy Gray and I work for Agri Aware. Before we get started, we'd just like to give some shout outs to some schools who have tuned in. So Enda, I believe your old primary school has tuned in. Would you like to say hello?
Welcome everyone first and foremost, and I'd like to give a shout out to my very own national school, Oranmore Boys National School.
And Magella, on your travels, you've met a lot of primary school pupils. Are there any you would like to say hello to?
Hi, Amy. There is. I've got a few here. There's a lot more, but we've just picked out a few here to start off with today. So we have Kiltyclogher National School, where I went to school. And then we also have Rossinver Ballymehen School. And within that school, we have PJ, Mia and Dylan. Also, we have Holly Clark, who is milking cows in Shannonside. And we all in St. Mary's School, and her sister Ava Clark.
Super, thank you, Magella. And I would like to say a big hello to all of the pupils tuning in from Castleknock National School. So now I may formally introduce our panel of experts here. So we have Enda Walsh, who is the dairy farmer who has very kindly opened his farm for us for the day. Then we have Magella McCafferty and Mary Harrington of the NDC. And then finally, my colleague, Robert Caroon of Agri Aware. So you're all very welcome and thanks a million for joining us. Just for your information at home, we also have a live audience here in front of us. We have pupils right there. Everybody can give it a wave. So before we get started with our live questions, and I'll come straight to you. And you might give us a little bit of a rundown on your dairy herd. So for example, how many cows do you have? And if you have any favourites?
Yeah, so we have 300 dairy cows on this farm. And we actually saw my favourite cow on the video called Ruby. She's a black and white Holstein Friesian, and she's without doubt my most favourite one.
Super. Thanks a million, Enda. So Mary, might come straight to you for this excellent question that actually came in. What is World School Milk Day all about?
Great question, Amy. World School Milk Day is an annual day where we celebrate dairy production and dairy consumption. So it's all about letting people know, educating kids about our grass-based system in Ireland, and then also around the nutritious benefits of consuming dairy. And what we're trying to promote is that all schools around the country would sign up to the EU School Milk Scheme, as you saw me talking about in the video, so that you can have a subsidised portion of school milk every day to help you grow big and strong.
Super. Thank you so much, Mary. Robert, we'll come to you next for this excellent question that came in from Anna in Bahola National School. So hello to all of Bahola. What age do cows start to be milked?
Yeah, so cows usually start their working careers at 2 years of age. So we all know of dog years and the equivalent of 7 dog years to 1 human year. It's kind of similar for cows. It's 10 cow years to 1 human year. We'd all start our working lives roughly in our early 20s. And it's the very same for a cow. So to her, she's 20 years of age. To us, she's 2 years of age. And that's when she starts milking.
Super. Thank you very much. And Magella, we'll come to you for our next question. We saw a milking parlour in the video earlier on. And a question from Eve and Adam from Scolwera, Araglin. They would like to know, what unit parlour did we see?
So this is a rotary parlour and it's a 50 unit. So it means that 50 cows can be milked going around in the rotary and one person can milk those 50 cows at once.
Super. Nice and concise. Thank you for that. And we'll come back to you. We had a lovely question come in from CRC Special School. So hello to all of you who are tuning in. How long have you been a farmer?
That's an excellent question. So this is a family-run farm. I farm with my father Henry and my mother Patricia. And I suppose as long as I can remember, my father used to bring me out on the farm as a child, and I mightn't have been doing much, but I was happy to be out and about too. But I'm back full time since college, 7 years at this stage. So basically my whole life really.
Super. Thanks so much. Actually, Robert, we'll come back to you for this lovely question that has come in. So, Herbal Shani National School have asked a little bit more about the process of milk being cleaned. So, how do we clean our milk before people can drink it?
Yeah, so first it starts off in the milking parlour. Within the milk line, there's a filter sock. That's the first cleaning process. Then when the milk is transported to the creamery, it goes through two processes called pasteurisation and homogenization. The pasteurisation process is the cleaning process, and that just brings the milk above 70 degrees and removes any unwanted bacteria. And then the homogenization process literally just gives us a consistent product so that our milk is the same the whole way through when we pour it out of a carton.
Super. And for anybody at home, the words pasteurized and homogenized, you'll actually find that on your milk carton. So next time you have a milk carton in your fridge or you're in the shops, have a little look and see if you can find those words. Majella, we'll come back to you for this next question. So, why do farmers use clusters to milk cows?
So the reason why farmers use clusters is to speed up the milking process. And because the rubber on the top of the cluster only massages the teat very slowly, but it gets the milk out in a very nice way. So that's why they attach it. And it also speeds up the milking time as well. It's automated. So it's an automated pulsation and massage, which milks the cow quicker for the farmer.
Super, and very important to be efficient on a farm. We no longer milk by hand because it's quite slow, and also it can be a little bit dangerous. So we've lots of safety practices in place on farms these days. Super. Mary, we have a great question that's come in from some pupils. What is the difference between chocolate milk and regular milk?
Wow, okay. Chocolate milk and regular milk. Yeah, I guess some, we're going to love a bit of chocolate milk as opposed to regular milk every now and again. But basically, both of them are just milk. The chocolate milk has probably chocolate flavorings, additives, other things added into it. But at the end of the day, it's still milk. So you're still getting the benefits, the vitamins, the minerals, all the important stuff out of the chocolate milk as you'll get from the regular dairy milk. Just on the chocolate milk, because it has these extra things added into it, and often because it's chocolate milk and there would be extra added sugars. So you need to just have a watch out because the energy intake that you get from a glass of chocolate milk would be more than you'd get from a dairy milk. So, if it's a case where you're not a big milk drinker, if you want to have the chocolate milk, you're still getting the benefits of the dairy milk. But we would recommend try and drink the regular dairy milk first over the chocolate milk.
Excellent. Thanks a million. And Enda, an interesting question has come in from some pupils. Do calves drink the same milk as humans?
Calves do drink the same milk as humans, but as Robert has mentioned here, it doesn't go through the pasteurization process. So it'll be before that stage. They also can drink, on this farm is what we do is they drink the milk from the cows for the first 4 days as it's that bit more nutritious. And then we switch them to a milk replacer or a milk powder. And that's just simply powdered milk mixed with water.
Brilliant. I'll now come to Majella for our final question. I believe the NDC have some exciting news about the European School Milk Scheme.
Yeah, so Amy, we're delighted that we're relaunching the European Schools Milk Scheme, and we're going to have lots of activities over the next year, and we hope that every school that's watching goes onto the MooCrew or the NDC website and fills in the inquiry form and sends it off, and we'll be back in touch with you going forward. But we're absolutely delighted, and we hope to get as many of the schools that are logged in today and logged in watching us now to go and fill in those inquiry forms, and we'll be back to you over the next coming days. We're also going to send out a link to everybody that has registered, so keep an eye on your emails in the next few days, and we'll have all the information that you need and where to go next. And we're looking forward to getting as many people as we can to sign up and join in on the rest of the events for the rest of the year as well.
Super. So thanks a million to all of you for tuning in to help us celebrate Lá Fhéile Bainne on World School Milk Day. That is it for us. We're going to get to our live in-person education sessions now. So we hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and thanks for joining us.